Happy Easter to all of you that are watching, all of the kids I know. And if we haven't met before, my name is Miss Jeanne, and I'm so very happy to have you with us today. A special hello to all of you kids from everyone who works with Commons Kids. So, are you as excited as I am today? It's Easter Sunday, and I have the very best story from the Bible to share with you today. Are you ready for our story? I'm sure that Ruby and Abby and Everly and all of you other great listeners are ready. Today's story is from the Jesus Storybook Bible, and it's called God's Wonderful Surprise. Jesus' friends were sad. They would never see their best friend again. How could this happen? Wasn't Jesus the rescuer, the king God had promised? It wasn't supposed to end like this. Yes, but who said anything about the end? Just before sunrise on the third day, God sent an earthquake and an angel from heaven. When the guards saw the angel, they fell down with fright. The angel rolled the huge stone away, sat on top of it, and waited. At the first glimmer of dawn, Mary Magdalene and the other women headed to the tomb to wash Jesus' body. The early morning sun slanted through the ancient olive trees. Drops of dew were glittering on the leaves and on the grass, like little tears everywhere. The friends walked quietly along the hilly path, through the olive groves until they reached the tomb. And immediately they noticed something odd. It was open. They peered through the dark into the opening, but wait, Jesus' body was gone. And something else. A shining man was there with clothes made from lightning. Don't be scared, the angel said. But they couldn't help it. They screamed anyway. The angel asked them, "What are you doing here?" "This is a tomb, and tombs are for dead people." The women couldn't speak. "Jesus isn't dead anymore," he said. "He's alive again." And their hearts leapt. And then the angel laughed with such gladness that they felt for a moment as if they had woken up from a nightmare. The other women rushed home, but Mary stayed behind. How could it be true? Jesus was definitely dead. How could he be alive? Just then Mary heard someone else in the garden. Perhaps it's the gardener, she thought. He'll know where Jesus' body is. "I don't know where Jesus is," Mary said urgently. "I can't find him." But it was all right. Jesus knew where she was, and he had found her. Mary. Only one person said her name like that. She could hear her heart thumping. She turned around. She could just make out a figure. She shaded her eyes to see and thought she was dreaming. But she wasn't dreaming. She was seeing Jesus. Mary fell to the ground, and suddenly tears filled her eyes and great sobs shook her whole body. All she wanted to do in that moment was cling to Jesus and never let him go. "You'll be able to hold on to me later, Mary," Jesus said gently, "and always be close to me. But now go and tell the others that I'm alive." Mary ran and ran all the way to the city. She had never run so fast in all her life, or so far. She felt she could run forever. She didn't even feel like her feet touched the ground. The sun seemed to be dancing and gleaming and bounding across the sky, racing with her and shining brighter than she could ever remember in the clean, fresh air. And it seemed to her that morning as she ran, almost as if the whole world had been made anew. Almost as if the whole world was singing for joy. The trees, tiny sounds in the grass, the birds, her heart. Was God really making everything sad come untrue? Was he making even death come untrue? She couldn't wait to tell Jesus' friends. "They won't believe it," she laughed. She was right, of course. Wow, what a great story. I've got a few questions for you, and you can shout out your answers. Are you ready? Here we go. Rhea, what was the name of the lady that Jesus called by name? Can you remember? Can anyone else remember? What'd you say? Yes, it was Mary. Arnold or Abigail, what did the ladies see by the empty tomb? Yes, an angel. Everyone yell it out, an angel. This last question you can act out at home. Asher, Riker, and all of you, did Mary walk or run or hop to share the great news that Jesus was alive? What did she do? She ran so fast. Now, I know that in the intro, you learned this from Miss Ryan. When I say, he is risen, you say, he is risen indeed. Let's do it one more time. He is risen. You say, yes, he is risen indeed. That's all for today. Have a wonderful, wonderful Easter Sunday with your family. Enjoy making your crafts with Miss Ashley and singing and dancing with the songs. We'll see you next week. We love you. Happy Easter.